She's like, here, fool, it's blessed. It's for you. Read it. Read the prayer before you leave. Something's gonna happen to you right now. As soon as he started letting off, I felt something just like go over me, and I felt like I hit in the neck. The bullets, I guess, are just passing by me. He switched seats the whole car. No, the whole car was over with. It's theirs, you know, like when they say like their prison's theirs, like it's not the CEOs or nothing, it's their prison. I was just like, man, is the end of the world gonna happen while I'm in prison? Like that's gonna suck. The wave, it's basically 6 different people. You get 2 people fresh, go in, whoop your ass for 39 seconds, and then the other 2, and then another 2, back to back, back to back, back to back. I mean, sometimes you see fools that got hands, they're not gonna go down. Like they're gonna take it and they're gonna chunk them. You know, you got fools that'll they end up knocking out like one of the guys, boop-bopping them. So like that shit right there,
that shit
is
is
vicious.
crazy.
It's vicious, fool. Like you're gonna get fucked up. Like you getting your face busted, like for sure.
It's
you know?
fucked.
So in the county, like I never got boop-bopped. I did a couple boop-bops, but never got boop-bopped. I mean, after the first time, I think after that, you just going like nothing now, you know?
Yeah.
Because you learn, like that shit gets engraved into you because you're gonna go back. Like I went to the county so many times, I don't think I could count, you know. So yeah, shit is crazy. Like it's just all rules and it's crazy. Like there's more rules in there than there is out here. Like
Yeah. That's the one ass backwards thing. Everybody majority of people that get busted are like, fuck the rules, fuck this, fuck that. The moment you get busted, you have a long fat list of shit that you gotta adhere to, no matter what.
Yeah.
Because there's an ass beating behind it. So now you're gonna listen to somebody. You're gonna have a dad. You know what I mean? The dad that you never had, you gonna have it. You know.
And then like people think, oh yeah, it's this, it's like prison or jail's fun and shit. Like nobody ever tells you're gonna be a freaking human mailbox when you go, you go to jail.
That's wild when you put it like
You're
that.
a freaking mailbox.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you're a mailbox. Like you go to court and you know, hey, this is going here, this is going there, and you gotta get it back. If you lose it, you're gonna pay. You pay some money and you get boop-bopped like 3 times. You know what I'm saying? So everything. You fight somebody, you get down with your enemy there, you're gonna pay money for that too, and you're still gonna get fucked up after. So
There's a whole
in the county, everything's a fine. You know. So it's just crazy. Like, I mean,
How long did you do in the county before you got sentenced and got sent upstate?
man, if I could remember,
Or how long were you fighting that case for?
probably like maybe like 6 months. Because once I heard that deal, I took it. You know.
You took the 3 with half?
Yeah, 3.5.
3 with half.
Yeah.
So you take the 3 with half, you catch the chain, where do you go?
I go to Delano, and crazy shit is right. I'm going up on the bus, right? We sleep in the tanks for like a whole night, and I'm going up on the bus, and like you would think that the music playing on the bus, like how you see movies, like you hear like a crazy gangster song playing or something, right?
It's so funny you said that because I said that the other.
My fucking
You remember that holding it up?
Yeah, so my fucking song to be playing on the bus, right, when I'm pulling up to fucking Delano is fucking Firework by Katy Perry.
I'm fucking dead, bruh.
Rip.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah. So right, we're pulling up to Delano to the and the bus driver is bumping the radio, so that fucking song comes on. Baby, you're a I'm just like, I was thinking the whole time.
I know which one now.
Yeah. Yeah.
There you go.
So the whole time I'm just like, this is gonna be forever my memory.
Yeah.
For me going to prison for the first time.
That's wild.
Fucking Katy Perry.
Fucking
And I still
Katy
remember
Perry.
that, you know?
Shout out to
Katy
Katy Perry.
Yeah, ain't that about it? Yeah, that's some bullshit, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny. It's a funny story. Though. Like, it's just,
Given where you're going, given what
Right.
you're looking at, you
Yeah.
get there all dirt
Yeah.
and then fucking fences and towers and
yeah, exactly.
you're like Katy Perry bumping in the background.
Yeah, in the background. What the fuck?
Okay.
Like,
That's a
So,
sus-ass
yeah,
officer.
yeah, we get there and we get off, and when we get off, fucking the CO, he lines us up and he's like, believe it or not, he's like, at least 2 of you motherfuckers in this crowd are gonna ring that bell right there on the counter, like to lock it up to dip out to the other side, And yeah, sure enough, when they're taking us in, like a couple fool, like one fool goes, ding, you hear the bell ring, and they grab him and they take him to away to another tank,
Wait, wait. Why that bell? Wait, I'm confused.
like cry for help type shit, like I can't go to this other yard.
So it's like
Yeah,
you're
so
trying to.
sometimes I guess you can say in the county there's so much traffic, so many people,
Yeah,
people fall within the
Just
cracks.
slip through the cracks. Yeah.
So if you have some what's called smut on your jacket or anything like that,
Like a
you get up
rapist,
there,
yeah.
they give you a chance to bow out and kind of just boom, you know.
Yeah.
So you'll be surprised. You're shackled up with somebody,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
you get there and they're like, who's not supposed to be here? And you just see people step back and then go their way.
They go their separate way.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so boom, we go through. We strip out, you know, do a little dance. Pretty sure you're familiar
Squat and
with it. Squat and cough. You mean regrip, whatever. You do that.
Regrip.
And, yeah. Oh, that shit's the worst in LA County. Like
What is it? What do you call it?
Squat and cough.
Squat
No,
and cough.
I know squat and quad.
Oh, it's
That's pretty
regrip.
good.
Oh, Regrip.
I haven't heard it that way,
Regrip?
but
Regrip.
definitely, yeah.
Like
Regrip.
spread it wider.
Meaning
Like
you
regrip.
ain't, yeah.
You ain't spreading that ass
They
all the
wanna
way
see
out.
the
Yeah.
brown eye, you know?
Yeah. Like if they're right on you, you feel that freaking flashlight burning your asshole or something. Like they're just like literally right
Yeah,
there.
that's
Like, you know,
weird.
like it's crazy.
Okay.
Yeah. It's crazy. Yeah.
I've heard a sheriff be like, "Come here." He tells the other guard, he's like, "Look at this nasty motherfucker right here with a flashlight in his ass." Everybody in the line started
that's
laughing.
fucked
It's ridiculous,
up.
It's
yeah.
bad. Fool. It's really bad. They don't do that anymore now. The squat and cough in county,
I didn't have no clue. No
they
way.
don't do that no more. They got like 10 scanners lined up,
No need
Scanners.
for
What
it.
and they don't work.
do you mean
Okay.
scanners?
It's like
sit on it?
X-ray scanners. Where
Oh.
you stand, and they.
My dumbass over here.
He's
thinks
over
it's a-
there.
Which
it's
one are you
a-
thinking?
I'm thinking,
Like a
I'm
fucking
thinking a
grocery
scanner
store
you
or
sit
what?
on and then it scans your ass. It scans your ass. That's weird, bro. I don't know. My bad, but
Yeah,
that's why.
so-
Okay, that makes sense. A little
yeah,
X-ray
so-
scanner.
That's one way to do it.
Yeah, I got there, and I mean, I would think some people would be scared, or some people, but I was just like, whoa, like, you know, like, damn, I'm in prison, you know.
Yeah.
Prison. So
My fat ass like what was like more like, hey, what are we gonna eat?
you
I'm hungry.
hear all those damn. That's one thing. You get a lot of pregame before you go up there, so everybody's telling you Grand Slam Sundays,
Bullshit.
biscuits and gravy, and don't worry about it's way better than here, and so you kind of go anticipating some things.
I
right?
mean, it is. It's better than. It's cheaper. Because the county is ridiculous. The soups are like freaking. I heard they're like $1.30 now.
Jesus.
For
They were
a- for a top
107,
ramen soup.
yeah, back in the
And that's
day.
a lot because of what? Like just.
Regular ramen out here costs you
ramen.
30 cents.
Yeah.
So
You know what I'm
you
saying?
can
Like,
imagine the money they're making on it.
Keefe,
Look, yeah,
Keefe's
so true.
cracking 'em, yeah.
And Keefe, I think I mentioned it before, is owned by the Bush family.
Yeah, I think you did say something
Yeah.
like that a while back.
So they're
So
just
prison
raking
industrial
it in.
complex, baby.
That's wild. Okay. And the only way you can get money is either someone putting it on the books or you earning it, right?
Yeah, if you work in there or whatever.
Okay.
Now you have to. Your people have to go directly to the county and deposit the money there. You can't.
Oh,
do,
yes,
in the
you can't
county.
do that electronic no more because of all the fraud that was going on.
That makes a lot of sense.
So now you got to drive down to the county and deposit the money there.
Fuck, that's a lot.
Yeah, so I mean, I get there. I don't know what year, but I get there and it's like, it was crazy because when they finally they took us to Sea Yard in Delano to the old sap yard, and right when we get out of R&R, right, it just looks crazy to me because it's crazy. I've
Looks
never
like the
been here.
movies. Yeah.
Yeah, I've never been here before. It's crazy. I'm tripping out, and I got my little my sack, with my blanket and everything, and we get to the section where it's like an octopus, so it goes A, B, C, like it has all the sections, and I got my bag, and when I get down, like past that quarter, they tell me like, oh yeah, just go straight down, and I look, and all I see is just fog, like you can't see anything where you're
Damn.
going.
So ominous looking shit.
It's
yeah.
crazy.
Wait,
I-
why is it fog? Is it because it's night?
It's around that time.
Oh,
like it's the weather
okay.
out there. When you're in
And
prison,
I think
they
there are
have-
valleys out
They
there.
have fog watch. When
Okay.
there's fog, they don't let us out. So, yeah, I just walked down and I get to where I'm going, and I went to a dorm in like right away. They sent me to a dorm. I went to B yard after to cell living, and that shit was kind of like county. The dorm was kind of like county. It's just it's big as hell, and it was like kind of like county. So I just pretty much, everything from county already had just set me up to go through this right here. And,
Yeah.
it was cool. I mean,
Where do you go from Delano?
from Delano, I went to Pleasant Valley.
And that's where you finish that
I
first
finished
3-year
that time,
term?
yeah.
How was Pleasant Valley? I heard it was active back in the day.
Oh, you know what? I got there.
Bulldogs and all that.
Yeah,
other
I
stuff
got there.
going
I
on.
got there in 2010 or 9. I can't recall the year that good, but I got to B yard, and me and my celly that got there, we got to assault together, and we're first term, both of us. And when we get there, he's like, hey, fool, I heard this place is cracking. I heard this place is cracking. There's bulldogs, there's norteños, like, it's cracking, fool. Like, if our door cracks, we gotta get off. We'll whoop. And I'm like, fuck, like, all right, like, you know, it is what it is.
You weren't intimidated by that?
No, I don't
You
think.
kind of knew what was coming?
I think that's what I'm saying. Like, I think I'm just, you know, some people just process shit different, you know?
Okay, yeah.
And I was just like, you know, like, all right, well, fuck. I mean, that's what it is. Like,
Mhm.
that's what it is.
Mhm.
Like, it's like how they say, like, why are you going to cry over shit that you have no control over?
Yeah.
So we get there, and sure enough, we get a kite. We're all the doors from the Southerners were CTQ, close to quarters. We're on lockdown. As soon as I got there, I caught an 8-month lockdown. So I was on lockdown for myself for 8 months straight. They don't do that no more. Back then, you were doing whole years on lockdown.
What the fuck? Lockdown being like you legit can't leave your cell
24 hours a day inside the cell.
for 8 fucking months.
And you can't get no store.
Food doesn't come. They bring food to
They
you.
bring food to the door, yeah.
Wow. Okay,
Yeah.
that's is literally you're in a small room.
So that's what
Yeah,
I
in a
think that's
closet.
what has a lot to do with people that like when you get out of prison. Like that time I got out too, like I couldn't be around people. You see? So when I got there, it was still jumping. It was still on site with the bulldogs. It was still like it was cracking still. You know, you get a kite, we get a kite, and they're like, you know, this is who I am. We'll introduce yourself through paper, through a kite, and they're like, hey, keep your shoes on. You know, be ready at all times, and if it cracks, like, you know, you get off.
That is what it is.
Yeah, so I'm just like, fuck it. But so after those 8 months, they let one of the homies out, and he's from my city too, and he introduces himself, and he tells us, he's like, hey, we're gonna start programming now. Like, we're gonna program.
Beforehand, they knew already,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
the
they
Mac
let 'em
rep,
out,
Mac
yeah.
rep or somebody.
Yeah, like the Mac rep.
Okay.
He's
Programming
coming,
meaning
talking
what?
to everybody that we're gonna program. We're not gonna get off on them.
Okay.
That, you know, like we gotta
Basically, like everything back to normal.
Yeah,
Yeah,
nothing
yeah,
crazy.
yeah.
Or for
Exactly.
whatever, yeah.
So before when we would, I guess before I got there, when we used to get off lockdown, or they did let a block out. So as soon as they let a block out, like they'll get off. Boom, boom. The Southerners will get off, and then we'll go on lockdown. The Northerners will get out, and they'll get off on the Bulldogs. You know, vice versa. That's how.
Like turns. Like it seems like y'all just taking turns.
So, but since we were always the aggressors, whoever's the aggressor is the one that gets locked down.
Gotcha.
So finally, it actually happens. I think this was 2011 or 10, around there. I'm not too sure. But we started programming, but this time they did it different. They let out a block a week. So I'm on a 270. It's 5 blocks, and they let out 5 block first. The first week to see if they weren't gonna get off, because they didn't want to let all of us out to just attack these fools, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So they let out 5 block for a whole week. Boom, they're out there. 3 block, 4 block, 2 block, and I was in 1 block, so we were the last block.
Mm-hmm.
By the time we got out, we couldn't tell the difference between fucking the Bulldogs or the homies, because they were just as black. Like they were baking in the
It's
sun,
wild. Yeah.
you know. And but when I first got there and everything, when we go to medical, we'll go on a chain gang. Like it'll be like 5 of us, and we'll all be chained up, shackled up, and they'll walk us to medical escort. But yeah, after that we started programming, and we started programming, and it was cool. Like back then, I think I liked it a whole lot more because there was more unity. You know, like like Independence Day, you know, Mexican Independence, all that. Like we'll have a comida with the paisas, you know.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And like if you didn't have nobody looking out for you, you know, the homies will look out for you. Like you get to a different block, get a little care package. You know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't none of that set tripping or nothing, because you know we're up north. So it you know.
I was gonna say that you have to, once you're up there, there's a common enemy. So when it comes to like whatever grouping up in solidarity, it's gonna happen more
Yeah.
often than it would somewhere else, you know, because you have to. There's a common enemy for everyone. Same thing. Look at the fucking U.S. for example. If we were to get invaded, all these racial issues, all that would be gone. Why? Because we would have a common enemy now. You know.
Mm-hmm. I hear you.
Same idea. I think.
Your enemy in there is gonna be your best friend. Can be your best friend. Just the simple fact that you guys are from the same city.
And it makes sense. I mean, ideally, it makes sense. It's a
Yeah.
whole different ballgame once you get in. So that happened. Tell us about like when you were getting out, like that experience. Did you knew you were getting out or no?
Yeah. So that time, I ended up setting up with my homeboy, my other homie Tweety, and when I set up with him, I think I started to learn more because he started putting me up on game. You know, he took me under the wing, and
Mm-hmm.
because I was like reckless in a way, I was careless. I didn't know how to read the yard. You know, I didn't know how to do certain things, and like, because shit could go bad from one second to the other in there, and you'll feel it. As soon as like something's going on, the yard gets quiet. People start grouping up.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
That's weird. That's crazy to see too. Like,
And you'll see it. You'll see it. So it's crazy, but yeah, he put me up on game, laced me up, this and that, you know, and I had a cool time. I was working in the kitchen the whole time,
mm-hmm.
and yeah, I was about to get out. 2012, May of 2012, I got out, and I didn't think I was gonna be affected as much as I was though.
Mm-hmm.
I got out, and yeah, it was all bad. Like I couldn't be around people, but yeah, that day came and said goodbye to my homeboy. Left him all my shit. Just, you know, like I'm not gonna be giving.
There you go.
I just it's my homeboy. Here, fool. Like even when I got caught up when he was tattooing on me, we got caught up. All types of shit. Like, so yeah, I'm about to leave, and I go to R&R. You get your dress outs, you know. You get your dress outs. Put my dress outs on, and my people were. I was getting a gate pickup, and it felt good. I mean, I didn't see my people for a little while, and I got out healthy. I was like 230 pounds. Healthy. Long hair. I had long hair. And
The archetypical long hair that everybody.
yeah,
Like it reminds me of
I
somebody.
had a ponytail too.
It reminds me of somebody.
Yeah.
'cause it's easier too, especially the lockdown. Just grow your fucking hair out. You know what I mean?
So I guess what are your thoughts about like the going about your life? I guess like as you got out, were you thinking like, damn, I gotta make a change, or you're still like on that mindset like
I
I'm gonna
wasn't
just
giving
keep.
a fuck.
Damn.
Still, huh? Even after that.
I
that
mean,
experience?
I got out right and was working, chilling.
Okay.
But the very first day I got out, I wanted to go to the hood.
It's because you felt comfortable because that's what you were a part of this whole past 3 years.
Yeah,
That's
like-
what it was.
Even when I was going to the county back and forth, like my mom would get mad because she'll pick me up from the county and I'll be like, hey, drop me off on Barty. Drop me off on the block. Estás bien pendejo. ¿Cómo que? Estás estúpido. What do you mean? Drop me off on the
Yeah.
block. I want to go back to the hood.
Hey, what do you think about the notion that I feel my personal philosophy is like most of the time what I see is you need 5 or better to learn a lesson. I feel like 5 and under,
Yeah,
it's not
that's-
real to you. It
That's
wasn't
true.
it wasn't
that's very
you
true.
know,
That's very true because I didn't learn shit from that. Like
right.
I got smarter.
Yeah, it makes you a better criminal.
Yeah.
Is essentially what happens.
Because it's like when you go to the hole, you think that, oh, now when you go to the hole, they want you to you're going to work out, but
Yeah.
they want you to
Get game.
mentally work out, like read like philosophy, all types of books. Like just, they want, you know, to knowledge is to enlighten yourself, you know, like, and it's crazy. Like you would think that, but there's some smart individuals in there. Like,
Mhm.
so yeah, it's just wild. But I got out and yeah, I was chilling for a little bit, but I went straight to the hood.
How long did it take you? So, what I know is that you did a bigger sentence than even that 3. That was the precursor to the big one.
Yeah, that shit.
So, how long did you last till you caught the? How long were you even out? When
that
the, when the big one,
that time was the longest time I was ever out without getting into any trouble. I was out for a whole year.
So, a whole year.
Wow.
How old were you at this time?
I came out 21.
21
Oh,
years
okay.
old.
Yeah.
You've been at it out a year. You're up on game. You probably know way more than your little homies now.
I was
What's
at that
happening?
time 21. I'm doing good. I'm working and I'm doing my thing. I got my own house, got my own car.
Damn.
Own house.
I'm renting.
Okay.
Okay.
No, either way, I'm just like I'm fascinated by like
Yeah, but
damn,
it
bro,
took
like
me-
something I'm striving for to this goddamn. day.
I had my
Facts.
pad. I had my 2 cars and everything, and I was doing good. I was hustling, tough, and I was doing real good. Like I always kept the job because once you leave, but I left it in the end. But once you leave the job, it just seems like
You know,
everything
it's downhill.
it goes downhill. But I was doing good, chilling. But I mean, I wasn't giving a fuck. Like
Mhm.
I was still like thinking about gangbanging. Like, and my homeboys would get mad. Like, fool, like just stick to hustling, fool, and do what you're doing. Like, like why you gangbanging? Like, why you doing that? And that's what, you know, I almost got killed. Like by a freaking kid, a little kid almost fucking killed me.
Yeah.
What happened?
You know what I'm saying? Like,
That's how I mean. That's what it is when you're 1 foot in, 1 foot out. You're still in that lifestyle, so you're
Yeah.
gonna run into crazy shit. And the older you get, there's more youngsters coming up. You know.
and these youngsters ain't giving a damn.
Fuck, that's wild, man. To even hear it like that.
Yeah.
Like that day when that happened, like that shit was crazy. Like my homegirl told me that it was gonna happen to me right before it happened to me.
Was this like right before you got busted for the big
Yeah,
one?
like probably like I say like half a month or a month before it happened.
Shit, well, take us to that incident.
Yeah.
Let's hear what happens with that.
This is why I have a lot of faith in my saint.
Real quick, because I didn't even know that you had been busted prior. I thought that was your first
Nah,
big one. And
Yeah.
I've been
In
pretty
and
much
out,
in and
yeah.
out, in and out. But this time they got me good. So, I would always go down to my hood to Pacoima, the Mary Magdalene Church. They have a big St. Jude on the side of it. I'll go do my thing and I always go light a candle and put some money in the box and see my homegirl from Pacas 13. I always stop by with her. That day I stop by and I kick it with her, drink a beer and I'm
Normal
about to
day?
Yeah, normal day.
Okay.
Go do this, drop off here, do that, and then and I'm about to leave and she doesn't let me go. She grabs onto my car and she's like, "Hey, I'm not letting you go till you read this." The fuck, like you're tripping, fool. Like I gotta go. Like I gotta go make one more stop. And she gives me a prayer card of St. Jude with the medallion. She's like, "Here, fool, it's blessed. It's for you. Read it. Read the prayer before you leave. Something's gonna happen to you right now."
What the fuck?
Like you're fucking.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah,
That's nuts,
bro.
Dog. I would have been freaked out. Like,
her
what do you
baby
mean?
daddy told me one time like that too. Pee Wee, rest in peace, my homeboy, and something happened that time too. My homeboy died driving to my house.
Wow.
And he sent me to go get him. He's like, "Hey, go get him. Something bad's gonna happen to him." He died that same night. Yeah. So she's like, "I'm not gonna let go of the car till you read this prayer because something's gonna happen to you right now." I was like, "Really?" Like, all right. So
Yeah, how do you even?
I get the prayer. I read it. It's a protection prayer. And I read it, and I'm like, "All right, you happy?" She's like, "Yeah, take that with you. Don't ever, All right, cool. So boom, I go. I get off, and I drop off in my enemy's hood. I go right there, and you see, I'm conducting what I conduct and doing what I do. I should be on just that tip. And my stupid ass wanting to go gang bang and being a cagapalos, you know where you're at. And I could go right and go straight on the freeway and go home, or I could go left and I go hit up this fool.
You know what's crazy? Doesn't it fucking kill you? The fact that in retrospect, when you think about these things, you're like, all I had to do was go fucking left, and I would have been home, and nothing would have ever happened.
Yeah, it's,
Cold realization, man.
yeah. So I know where you know where you're at. You probably 9 times out of 10 you know where he's from.
Yeah.
So way the pinche cagapalos, que, and man, that was the worst time I could have ever hit anybody up.
They were strapped.
That fool was strapped.
Damn. You always approach it not really knowing, and you don't expect it because you're like, whatever. Maybe you're the one with whatever.
I thought I was gonna get away with something.
Yeah.
And when I do that, I see him reach down, and that fool pulls out some chunky, and right when he starts letting off, like I feel like something go over me and cover me, like.
Some
fuck?
like metaphysical
Yeah.
ghost,
What the
something.
fuck?
Yeah, so that's why I have a lot of faith in my saint.
Absolutely, man.
And,
And I see you got the.
Yeah.
Were you still in the car and shit when that was
I was in
happening?
the driver's side.
So you're in driver's side, and then you just pull up on
He's like
something
right there where that wall is.
Shit.
And yeah, it was all bad. As soon as he started letting off, I felt something just like go over me, and I felt I hit in the neck. Boom! I was like, oh. And then I'm just going like this inside the car, just like I'm thinking the whole time, like, man, like
This is it.
fuck, I should have made it right, like
Damn, yeah.
the bullets I guess are just passing by me. He switched the whole car. No, the whole car was over with. And I'm just swinging in the car and it's sweat. I thought I got shot, And it was just like, man, like what the hell happened? Like fuck, like and it was all bad. I dip out, whatever, and I had to call a ride, whatever, and the car was done for. Like all the bullets passed right by me.
What the fuck?
They
Like you
went
saw it on
straight-
the
they
other
were-
side, like
they went
you,
straight through the door. They were one like right above me in the door,
what the fuck?
one by the window. Like they were all. He was aiming directly at me, but none of them.
You were blessed.
Then
man.
the one that I felt hit me, there was a slug on my lap. right on my lap, like the one that I felt hit me, and there was one by my ankle, like just spent right next to my ankle, and I was like, "What the fuck?" I always tripped out on it. But
Yeah, I mean that's a.
Do you think it could have been like legit a force field that was on you, so it did hit you, but it really didn't?
that's what I thought. Like I was like, man, like, and that's why I always have, either that or somebody who's looking out for me, or somebody has a plan for me, but really, I that's why I have like the utmost faith in my saint. Still hasn't let me down yet.
That's fucking wild, man.
So like I'm loyal to him, and every time I make a promise or whatever, like hoodle, I keep my promise, and everything goes good. But it's that day, like I just like that shit. I still didn't give a damn after that either.
That's wild.
So is that
even after that
to the big sentence?
Some of it that had something to do with that, but when I caught this time, I was out there, and thank God I wasn't in my city. I was in the AV, and I was just out there just letting people have it. Like I think a lot had to do with just a lot of shit going on with my family, and losing my kid, an unborn kid, and just there was a bunch of shit all mixed together. The drugs too,
Yeah.
And I was just like, fuck it, But the only reason why I didn't get washed up or get hit with like a lot of time is they told me because I wasn't doing the shit in my city.
Wow.
So they couldn't attach the gang.
They couldn't get me for none of the gang shit. Yeah, and then everybody that I got into it kept the G. Nobody told them. I was blessed. Like I was really blessed. So, like they were trying to give me 25 off the top. Like,
damn. With the
just, L? Nah, just 25.
25.
Well, when all that shit happened, I was wanted for like 2 attempts. That was what they were trying to give me for. They were raiding all the houses and everything. But as soon as I committed that last one, I took off straight to TJ.
Yeah.
I was gone. Like when that shit happened, I instantly drove straight to the valley and then got a ride to Tijuana. I crossed on foot with my baby mama.
So you knew you were in some big ass trouble for sure.
Yeah, well, yeah, I knew
like that's big as fuck for you to dip. What happened?
She just went all bad. Like I seen the last one. I seen the neighbor out there, so I was like, fuck, like I fucked up. And I think it's because I was going at it with my baby mama in the car. She was fucking faking an asthma attack, and I was like, man, like I need my inhaler. So I go back to the spot where I have beef and to get her fucking inhaler, and they just answers the door, and it went all bad, and I let them have it, and I didn't see the neighbor out there, and so yeah, they got me. It was all, the case was all just fucked up, and so I took off straight to TJ. I was out there fucking hustling with microfiber towels to pay my rent, and I think from just passing the time, they started looking through the case more. Their case, I think, was that shit helped me a lot being on the run because their case like fell apart, like because they thought that if I would have got busted right then and there, they would have got me for way more shit, like. But then I guess the whole time that they're looking for me, they're doing the case, and I seen the statements, like they were telling the cop, I don't have anything to say to you. One of them said you got the wrong guy, like it was, I was blessed, and they dropped it down to like 12 years or is it 12 or 15, and my PD wasn't trying to help me, like he was trying to fuck me the whole time, and he's telling me the whole time, like just man up, you did it, like. What the fuck? Like, what do you mean?
Like, yeah, that ain't your fucking job.
Yeah, fool, like you're supposed to help me, not screw me. And
right.
And I fucking I snapped on him because when the witness showed up to the court, I fucking started spazzing out, like to get out of the courtroom. When I seen him, like I was like, fuck, like.
Did you get caught up in Tijuas for?
I got caught up by San Isidro.
Coming to the border or something?
For customs. I got extradited. Yeah, because my dad was sick, and I had to come back, and I fucked up. I was telling my mom, like, hey, let me get somebody's birth certificate. I'll cross with theirs. And she's like, nah. It's going to be okay. You just use your passport. And as soon as they ran my name, I went to downtown San Diego. From downtown San Diego, I went to LA County.
How long did that whole process take?
Quick. It was pretty quick.
It was quick. Okay.
Yeah, it was quick. Yeah, they came and picked me up fast. Like, yeah. The whole time I was going to cross the border, like I felt like just jumping out the car and fucking running back to Mexico. I was like, fuck this. But yeah, I mean, it all worked out for the best. I just started cussing at that PD and told him, like, hey, you fucking dickhead, like, get off your ass and hit him with a counteroffer. And that fool just like, he got mad. He went, and I told him, like, tell him I'll take 9. He's telling me on the paper like, oh, it doesn't add up.
As opposed to 12?
Yeah, he's like, it doesn't add up. It's 10 for this,
Really?
5 for
Even
that.
12 though sounds kind of nice, dog.
I would have taken. I would have taken double. Like my thing was I didn't want to take double digits.
Okay.
So when I seen that the witness showed up and everything, I was like, fuck that, because I had fired him before that. I tried to fire him and he's like, oh, I'm like, oh, can I fire you? He's like, yeah. Oh, you're fired. He went to my court. He went to my court by himself, representing me, and fucking took me to a prelim and all that shit, where the judge was his friend.
Oh shit.
So he fucked me. And
definitely a conflict
and my mom
of
told me
interest,
like, hey, yeah, I told him I had a conflict of interest. So when we get to that courtroom in the beginning, I tell him like, what the fuck you doing here? He's like, I'm your lawyer. What the fuck? So he fucked me. He tells her, he tells the judge, he tells her, hey, by the way, my client wants a conflict of interest. Woo, woo, woo. I tripped the fuck out because they clear the whole courtroom out. They clear the whole fucking courtroom out. And it's just me, that fool, and the judge. I'm not gonna beat a fucking lawyer, man.
And not only that, you had just finished seeing them fuckers together, and now you're in a room with two of them.
Like that fool took me. He did that on purpose. Where he took me to make sure that I couldn't get rid of him. And I didn't think I was gonna have to go up against a lawyer. They clear the courtroom and they're like, hey, she's like, state your reason for conflict of interest. And I told her I don't feel that he has the best interest and in my case. And she says, nah, well, he's a good lawyer. He's my friend. I've known him for a long time.
Damn.
So he's gonna be your lawyer.
What the fuck? Like none of this is recorded. Like they can't. Can they even say some shit like that?
They cleared the courtroom.
So clearing the courtroom, no audios, no recordings, none of that.
I didn't know that they could do that.
That sounds sketchy as fuck to me.
That in itself, you would think it's how are you? Because they're gonna say the lawyer's there, but then again, you're just like, it's the same lawyer you're fighting against. How the fuck are you gonna be there represented by this?
She tried to tell me like, oh, I didn't understand anything you said. You're talking too fast. You're slurring your words. What the fuck? Like
just an excuse.
Yeah, but yeah. So after that, he asked the DA for my counteroffer, and she said, yeah.
What was the counteroffer? The 9?
9.
So you end up taking 9 years,
and I catch 2 more in there.
You catch? Okay.
Yeah.
Damn, I didn't know that. Okay.
So, yeah.
So now you're back to square one. You just came back from Tijuana. Now you're probably only speaking Spanish for a few fucking weeks.
Right.
I was even speaking Spanish in my sleep.
Yep. You go to court. They got you. Whatever. You take 9. Now you're back off to where?
Go to Wasco.
Wasco reception.
Yeah, Wasco reception.
How's your mindset right now? You're like, fuck, another, not even another. This is a fucking...
My mindset this time was, I got time this time. I'm going to get it out the way.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to, go do some boobobs, go do this, go do whatever I can to get it out the way now.
To just do your time.
My thing was I want to go to the hole. I want to hurry up.
And why is that?
Just to have everything already done, like to be cool,
Mm-hmm.
And I did like 2 boobobs, and then I did a cleanup, and I gotta wait for a fucking cleanup too. So
that's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Cleanup being what?
Normally
a stabbing. They stab somebody, and you go right there, and you beat them up after, and you get caught for it.
Oh shit.
So I gotta wait for that too, because the guy that they stab him, whatever, and we go after him to boobop him. My crimey gets scared because this fucking dude pulls out a knife on us.
Fuck.
Yeah. So that fool pulled out a knife on us, and he's like, "What's up? I'm strapped." I'm like, "Fuck." So you know who was there? You know who was there? Hits. Damon.
Oh, that's fucking crazy.
He was there. He's like, yeah, boy, I was right there cheering for you. I'm like, yeah, because that fool pulled out a knife on us.
Holy shit, that's a small world, man. Yeah, that's crazy.
He was right there with me, and he's telling me that, yeah, you're the only one chasing that fool across the yard. Like,
so do you land in this is in reception Wasco still?
Wasco,
okay,
yeah.
So you don't even know what your points are yet or anything?
No, I'm trying to get to the back. I'm trying to get to the hole and just then go, you know what I mean? So I could catch all the time that I need.
Real quick, I want to touch on that. So I think what Marco's trying to get at with that is the reason he wants to go hard real fast is he has a long stretch and he doesn't want to end up ordering his TV, getting situated, getting visits, because normally when you're that fresh, you're expected to do X, Y, and Z. So he wants to get those expectations out the way, so now he can say, you can send someone else because I already did it. I'm trying to do my time and I'm trying to get situated.
It makes sense. I was kind of getting that already.
Yeah.
Kind of like you're trying to get that shit out the way and then get to your thing so you can do a smooth ass.
Right.
Like,
That's how
seconds.
I interpret
Yeah, exactly.
it. Okay.
And then, like I mean, if I'm max out, let me max out. Like, I mean, your paperwork is everything in there. It's gonna be on your paperwork, And it is what it is. And I mean, after that one, I was like, man, fuck it. Like, it's not meant for me to go to the hole. Like, I packed my shit and everything. Like, I'm about to go back there for this one for sure. And
Crazy.
I didn't go. I've always been blessed. Like, because I kept trying to get caught. I did a couple, and I was trying to get caught and nothing. And after that one, I was like, dude, I set it up so where I'm gonna get caught, and I didn't get caught because dude pulls out a knife, and my crimey gets scared, so I throw a jacket over the knife and I start chasing this fool, and all the cops seen was me fighting him.
And he had a weapon, so now
So the weapon's in my jacket on the ground somewhere, and somebody picked it up and took it back, but they just see me chasing him and getting down with him.
Like literally chasing, like running.
I'm chasing him across the yard because he's running from me.
That's
And
fucking funny to see. I'm not gonna lie,
my
but
crimey comes, whatever, and when we get to the cages, these cops are so lazy, right? We're in the cages, and these two fools are pepper sprayed, and I'm right there. They're checking me, and they're like, "Oh, just mutual combat." They put mutual combat. I'm like, "What the fuck?"
Damn.
I'm like, "Cause the knife's gone already. Everything's gone." They're like, "Mutual combat." I'm like, "What the fuck?" They're gonna go find the knife right now or something, and they check me, just red ear, fucking, you know what I mean? And then they check my crimey and just little scrapes and shit. And then they check the dude. That fool's fucking got like 12 lacerations and shit. He's all stabbed up. And they were like lacerations. They weren't holes. I think whoever was hitting them didn't really try to hit him. And so they checked that. They're like, oh, fuck.
Did they
Damn.
try to switch their decision at that point?
Well, the cops go back to the yard and they don't find nothing. And the victim was like, nah, I'm good. Like,
Oh shit.
he was saying that it happened to him when against the fans or some shit. I don't know what the fuck he told him, and he didn't want to like,
Yep.
And then these fools are so lazy, they didn't find nothing. They come back and they're like, hey, Captain, like, what do we do? Do we write the report? They're like, well, what's up? He's like, well, we already wrote the report for mutual combat. He's like, okay, just do
Leave it at
that.
that.
Yes.
Wow.
Send him to B yard and send them fools back.
wow.
That's fucking love, bro.
Yeah.
That's love, because normally it's a you're
Catching, that's another
you're
case.
set up.
That's another
You're a
case right
crash.
there,
You're a crash dummy. You're set up to be the one to take everything.
Yeah.
So, however way that goes. So in his case, it fucking worked out. You know what I mean?
So we went back and I went to Pleasant Valley again.
Pleasant Valley. How long had it been? 2 years, you said?
It had been 21. Yeah, like about 2 years.
Were there any
years.
lifers there that recognized you or remembered you or anything, or did the whole yard shift or something?
Yeah, the whole yard shifts.
Yeah.
That's wild. So that shit really switches up within that time. I would assume you'd see some heads.
Sometimes you'll definitely see some heads.
Oh,
that
you
have
know
been
what?
there,
Yeah,
you
there
know?
was Paisano Durango, Paisano Lobo. Who else was there? There was a few faces that were still there.
Okay.
They're still there. A couple of two blacks that were there the whole time. They were still there.
That's
like,
crazy. And you come right on back.
Yeah,
Damn.
yeah. Like, a few of the COs are there too. But yeah, it's crazy.
So you're back in Pleasant Valley. What was your mindset there at that time? You did the little hollers and reception. What was your
that time? Now I'm just chilling. Like, got there. Fuck, this is like 5 years ago, 6, 7 years ago already. I get there and I'm just like mainly chilling. And my brother's doing his thing on the streets. He's out there and he's doing real good. So I start doing my thing. Like, I'm chilling. I'm always good regardless wherever I go. But yeah, I do my thing in there, make some money, selling dope, chilling.
On the inside?
Yeah, and I was making a gang of White Lightning.
How the fuck
Okay.
were you? I mean, you don't have to tell me exactly how, but how were
Well,
people
that's
getting
out on
it
the
in at
internet.
that
Yeah, that's
time?
a good. Give us a white lining recipe.
Yeah, I'm not gonna expose anything about how they get that or nothing like that. I'm not gonna talk about anything like
okay.
that. But, I would make a pruno. You get pruno, you make the pruno, that fruit and all that shit, and then you burn the pruno and you make lightning.
That's
like
wow.
The vapor from it
Yeah,
accumulates and it creates a clear fucking liquid, and that's your little shot of vodka, basically.
you
Gotcha.
can set it on fire if it's You could light it on fire.
That's just nasty as fuck.
80 proof, 90 proof.
Oof.
$50.
So did you ever slow down with that and figured, fuck, I got a long term. Let me get smart. Let me read books. Let me go to the self-help groups, go to college, Coastline, do any of that?
True.
In the beginning, I was doing good. I didn't fucking have a habit or nothing. I wasn't getting high or nothing. And then I started getting my own shit, and I was slinging. I was doing my thing with the white because I wouldn't fuck with it in there. And I got a celly one time. We'd get high, and he'd be like, "Come on, get high with me. I don't want to get high alone." And I started using heroin a little bit, but I stopped. But then when I was living by myself, and I had to gain white, and I'll trade some white for some black, and I started getting high. So I started building up a habit, and I started getting high. I started fucking up. Like I would never like be red flagged or fucking nothing like that, but like I was getting high. I was using.
Mm-hmm.
And shit happened with my kids. My kids got snatched up. My baby mama let my son OD when he was 1. And yeah, that shit. I just got a paper like, hey, they're taking your kid. This happened. I was like, what the fuck? Like,
Wow.
and yeah, I started probably using more for that, and in the end, I was just using more and more drugs, and I was just like, man, fuck it, like, that's in prison now. That's really all there is to do in there is just get fucking high on yourself and just chill,
Mm-hmm.
like. So I was just chilling, just doing my thing, and just getting high, fool. Like
The
I
whole
started
term?
going downhill, like more towards the end, like the first 2-3 years, like I was chilling, I was making money, I was doing real good.
Working out, doing your shit.
Yeah, I was doing my shit. Everything was smooth. Everything was running smooth. Like my brother was making everything happen for me. So
That sounds counterintuitive, man, because normally people get it together towards the end of the sentence, but you kind of did the opposite.
I went downhill bad. Like I got strung the fuck out, fucking up, just getting high every single day, doing like about a gram a day of black in there. I went downhill bad, and I was fucking up.
Were you slamming it?
Yeah, I was getting high. I
Okay.
was slamming it.
That's basically fucking using a needle, and you can imagine why that's an issue because there's fucking Hep C rampant in that motherfucker. There's all kinds of nasty shit. Yeah.
Okay.
But now they're
People's
treating
arms
everybody
falling
for that
off.
shit,
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah,
the
like-
pills and
like
all
that-
that they're giving them?
That's my thing. Like people, like they try to hide that they use and shit like that. Like I've never been known for fucking sugarcoating nothing. Like
Mm-hmm.
I'm very blunt, and I mean I rather tell people straight up, or it's like if I want something, I'd rather just ask for it. Like I'm not gonna,
Yeah, not
that's
beat
me.
around the bush.
I'd rather just be honest and just like, look, this is what it is. And yeah, I was fucking up, getting high, and running amok tough. I fucking dropped points, and I went to Jamestown after that.
Okay, fire camp.
I was
huh?
like, oh, I'll make it to a fire camp. This is 2017 when it was still cool. And
How much time did you have in at that point?
Probably like 3 years.
Okay, so still kind of
Yeah.
barely getting comfortable.
So yeah, I fucking go down there, and I wasn't fucking around with that much black there because there wasn't really any, And I was just chilling right there, selling pisto, drinking, and getting ready to go to camp or something, But then they tell me I can't go, so I'm right there, and right when I got there, a riot had just popped off between the blacks and Southerners, and yeah, I pull up to that, I pull up to right after a riot.
Yeah.
Damn.
All the blacks were all beat up, everybody's all fucked up. Like I'm just like what the fuck just happened? Like they're like, oh yeah, a riot just happened, fool. Yeah, we fucked that fool. You see them all fucked up, we fucked them up, and I was like, damn, nobody got stabbed. They're like, nah, nobody got stabbed or nothing. Just people got fucked up. So I started getting metal and shit from right there, and I started making straps. And for a short minute, I was just making straps. Like I wanted everyone in my little tank, the little pot I was in. I wanted everybody strapped because these fools are bigger than us, So I was like, if it gets worse, just book them, Like everybody got to be strapped up. Like if you're in my pot, you got to be strapped up. And
so it was kind of like you were bringing some game to them. Then you were kind of bringing
because
some.
everybody was running around right there, buck wild, like on some bullshit. Like it's a lower level,
Mm-hmm.
And I got caught up. I got caught up for possession of deadly weapons, weapon stock, and manufacturing of weapons.
Shit.
Yeah. So they got me for the metal stock. I got a write up for possession of a strap, but they didn't pick it up. The DA didn't pick it up.
Mm-hmm.
So
It's fucking good. Normally that's like 2 years, huh?
Yeah. So I fucking I go to the hole. I'm there for I say 10 months. 8 months, 10 months, something like that. And then I go back to fucking where do I go from there? think I go back to Pleasant Valley or I go to Kern Valley. I can't really remember because I was fucking high as fuck when I got back.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like that. Now after going to the hole that time, like it was the hole in prison, the hole is jail, and then the yard is the streets.
Yeah,
That's your
yeah.
streets, fool,
Much.
you know, like you go
I
to
can
the
see
hole
that.
and get your shit straight, and you get back out and you go hard, you know. And yeah, if I went hard and fucking, I was fucking up. I was getting caught up with Pisto, and then I think I got caught up for another strap. And yeah, I did go to Pleasant Valley. I got caught up for another strap, and fucking after that, I went to the hole. Did like almost a year in the hole,
Wow.
and I think I had like 11 months, 10 months in the hole, and I got out and fucking went to Kern Valley.
I'm over here thinking, what the fuck does this guy learn? like
That
I'm
too,
literally
yeah.
thinking,
I'm kind of
when the
like, when
fuck
does
do
it
you
does it
learn? Like,
sink
when does
in?
it
Like,
hit
fuck,
you?
I
Yeah.
I was getting high. I wasn't giving a fuck.
yeah.
That's so wild.
You know? And when
So a lot of that was being masked by the drugs,
yeah,
basically,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, it's just I wasn't dealing with my shit like I was supposed to.
Yeah.
You know, like I wasn't dealing with it. That was my
Which
problem.
we've had a lot of people on that haven't had that route, but there's an overwhelming amount of dudes that
Yeah.
get hit with long sentences and decide to go that route. Why? Because that's just one form of coping with the fucking 12 years,
And I
15
can
years.
definitely
with the,
see that.
you know.
Because then you got, you know, like, I'll be straight up, whatever, do my thing. Like I am what I am. It is what it is. Like, and I think that's what people used to like about me is because like, look, I'll be straight up. Like, I'm not gonna be here like these other lame ass fools or like these weird ass fools that want to politic and hide behind their positions and like, oh yeah, I had this yard, I had that yard, like, you know, and they end up fucking, you know,
Yep.
you know what I mean? Because shit gets real and they're like, oh fuck, like, oh, I'm gone, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So I just did what I did, whatever, and I went to the 180 level 4, and I loved it.
Kern Valley?
Yeah, I loved it. I was like, man, I should have got here way sooner. Like,
Really?
it
That's
was
kind of
way-
That's
crazy. That's
because you
kind of counterintuitive too.
Yeah, because you were doing all this wild shit, and that got you up to level 4.
Yeah,
Holy fuck, that's so different. It was a
The
different
level 4,
perspective.
it was a whole different ball game. Like,
That had to have slowed you down.
yeah, well, I've seen fools getting stomped the fuck out right in front of my door cell. Like, damn, fools were getting fucked up in Kern Valley. Like, they were getting hurt. Like, you're getting hurt.
Mm-hmm.
And if you fall, you're still gonna get hurt. Like, there's no stopping it, no nothing.
All right, so now where we're at, you get out the hole, I think, and you hit the 180,
Yep.
basically.
So yeah, I get to Kern Valley. I think 2019, right before COVID, right?
That's another thing. I forget COVID was a whole part of that
shit
whole.
was
Oh, you were going
trash,
through
bro.
that too?
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay.
So yeah, I get there. I do my what is the orientation in 1 block, and it's crazy right there. Like Kern Valley was crazy. Kern Valley was popping. Like Kern Valley was popping. Like
What is that? Is that a 180 or
that's a
270? 180.
Yeah. Yeah, so 180.
Just basically smaller,
Yeah.
the less
Yeah,
amount of
the-
people you're gonna
yeah, the whole-
interact with.
So
Okay.
which is the yards cut in half. It's the upper yard, lower yard. And then people were there, you know?
So how'd your time go there? Did you finally? Oh, so you're saying you're learning lessons there, or what's happening there?
By then, like I already I think I'm already good now, you know? So I pull up and I'm chilling right there. I see a couple people I know. And right away they're telling me, you know, hey, you know what? This person's here, this person's there, you know? So you gotta
Act accordingly.
you gotta watch how you move and watch what you do, because if you do something wrong, like that's your ass, you know, like
Mm-hmm.
like it's not gonna go nice.
Yeah.
So yeah, after I'm done with my orientation, they take me to 4 block and shit, and I'm right there. One of them folks is right there. He's right there, you know. See him walking around left and right and shit, like it's his house, you know.
So is that a lot more serious? You think you felt that off the bat?
It's more respectful.
More respectful.
Yeah, it's more respectful. It's just it's a whole different ball game. It's cool. Like I was like, man, this is cool, you know. I pull up right there. I'm chilling. I'm running my same old muck, you know.
Mhm.
And yeah, I pull up right there. It's cool. My celly's all like an old man, little weirdo from Rockwood. So I pull up. I get the bottom rack.
That's funny. You said weirdo.
Yeah. I pull up. I'm right there chilling, and I meet a couple of people there. It's cool, you know. Just chilling, getting high, and everything's good. I barely got there. I'm gonna start buying all my stuff because I got out the hole. And COVID hit.
Out of nowhere, what was happening in
Yeah,
there
what
when that
was-
happened? I had my
mean-
brother in there, and he was telling me, "Hey, what's happening out there? A motherfucker's dying on the floor. What's happening?"
like I'm just tripping out. Like they just hit, so my bunkie got his phone took, so he buys another phone. And it's crazy. Like just hearing all that shit. We go on lockdown. We're all in our cells stuck, and I'm just running amok, chilling, getting high, whatever. Just I got a phone in the cell, man. The time of my life, you know, like
Fully slammed down.
yeah, fully slammed down, ain't no movement, nothing. Like, and then people start catching fucking COVID, and these idiots, instead of just keeping everybody in one place, they start moving people this way, moving people that way, and they
Yeah.
spread COVID everywhere.
Everywhere.
Right.
So, I mean, everybody starts catching COVID. They start moving everyone. Like, it just gets crazy. And I'm talking to my family, and my family's like, yeah, whoop, they closed everything. Like, I'm like, what? They're like, yeah, the military's out here. Like,
Hey, so it seemed like some zombie stuff going
yeah,
on
I
out
was
here,
like,
right?
what the fuck? I was like, man,
That's wild too.
I was just like, man, is the end of
Mhm.
the world gonna happen while I'm in prison? Like, that's gonna suck. Like,
Fool, I'd be scared.
I'd be hell yeah
fucking
scared.
Nukes about to drop or something. Like
I was just worried about my family. Like,
And then there's this like prison folklore where it says if there's a natural disaster,
Yeah,
if there's anything, they leave the doors closed and they take off, and it's within
Oh,
their
that's
right.
another
Yeah,
thought in
yeah.
itself.
Yep,
too.
and that's
Yeah,
another
yeah.
thought. So what's happening? You know what I mean?
thought, from what I had heard about that, I was like, they're gonna gas us. I was like, huh? Like, they're
What
gonna
the-
gas us? Like, but yeah, I guess they're just gonna leave you to rot in a cell. You know?
Pretty much. Yeah.
Like, what's it called? I forget what they call that shit, but yeah, if shit hits the fan, like we're screwed.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it just starts getting worse and worse. And I mean, that building I pulled up to was flooded with drugs. Like,
So it seems like throughout the whole story, you cannot get away from that.
no, I mean,
Like you seem to find that.
it's just there, you know? And
Or
it's
it
just
happens to
right
be there.
Yeah, right there when I pull up. Like, I mean, it's like, I mean, not to say that I got it, like, you know, like I could get it. So what I would do is I would try to get like 3 grams for $500 and, you know, sell some of it and get high and chill, you know?
Mhm.
Get what I gotta get my TV and everything. And yeah, shit got real. Like, these fools got like, they're cutting, at first they were cutting like whole kilos on the table in the day room. Just cut them
Wow.
down with
What the
string.
hell?
Like,
I never heard that.
like
That's
it's
fucking
super
crazy.
flooded there. Like it, because the people were there, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And it's everybody's just getting high, chilling. Everything's normal. Grams are the same price, whatever. You know, it's prison. Like, you know, you go to prison 9 times out of 10. If you didn't do heroin when you went in there, you're gonna do heroin by the time you leave that place. You know,
That's fucked
Yeah.
up.
It
Because
is fucked up.
that's
I
what
see
it is, you
youngsters
know?
get
That's
strung
fucked
out.
that's what it
and
is.
fucking-
Everyone that goes to prison gets strung out, or because that's what it is. If you're gonna go to prison, that's what you're gonna like probably come home with, a fucking badass dope addiction. That's it. That's all there is. And yeah, that shit starts running low, starts running out. The grams go up to like $500.
Mhm.
The papers are just like a smear for $50. Like, and people are just buying it up. Like, they're buying it.
How
Yeah,
how many years in do you have at this time?
I think I'm going like on almost 7 years.
So you're pretty close.
Six and a
Fuck.
half, 7 years already. And I still in my head I'm like I still got like 3 more years left. So I'm still like fuck it. Like I'll worry about getting right whenever I get close to the house. And it's like it's too hard right there to get right. Like there's just it's so much drugs floating around.
Mm-hmm.
So I know you got out because of a program that they have out here.
Yeah.
You had no idea that you were about to be blessed with that.
Hell no. I
So
still had-
you
I
weren't
still had a lot of
preparing, you
time.
weren't getting ready, none of that.
If I would have known I was gonna come home, like I would have started stacking the money and getting right. And like that shit was just, I mean, that whole COVID shit just really messed everything up. I was like, oh man, this is it. Like I'm just gonna go ahead and lean back and just
Watch a
couple
couple Super Bowls.
Yeah,
and,
get away and just chill. Like
That's wild to even
yeah.
be thinking like this is your new life. Like this is
Yeah.
this is where I'm gonna go.
Yeah, I'm really about to. I mean, the world's gonna end, and I'm gonna be in a fucking prison cell.
Right.
So, yeah, man, I just did that, and I end up it dries out. Everything dries out. I end up getting sober for like about maybe like 2-3 months. I'm sober,
Okay.
and they start letting the kitchen workers go to work and shit. They start seeing some type of movement. We go to yard once a month,
Mm-hmm.
and I think right around that time they were gonna start vaccinating people already.
Mm-hmm.
So my fucking celly's a weirdo. He starts J-catting out, and like at 3 a.m, being loud on his cell phone, and he kept on pushing it. So we end up fighting, and you know, I got a couple scratches, but this fool's fucking got a black eye, and we gotta go to yard.
So ain't no we were just wrestling.
No.
That was the thing. That's what y'all do. Oh, we're just playing. We're just
Yeah, you know, I had to tape his shit back up because shit was busted, and like this dumbass old man, he's a straight weirdo, and everything in a 180 is mandatory. All movement is mandatory. Anytime the door's like you're going, you know. So I put a paño around my neck where he scratched me, and I'm going to yard, you know. And this idiot stays back.
Oh man.
He stays back and he brings attention to himself. So, so the homie comes and he comes to the door and I'm trying to cover him. He's in the back and I'm at the door like, "What's up, fool?" He's like, "What's up with your neck, fool?" Nothing, fool, nothing. I'm good. And like, "Hey, loner, come here." Like, he gets at him. He's like, "Oh, what the fuck?" Like, he's like,
Damn.
"What happened, man?" And I had talked to him before that. I told him like, "Hey, fool, like, I'm not gonna tell on you, fool. Like it is what it is, fool. What happened." And I told him, "What do you want to do, fool? Because whatever you decide to do, fool, that's what we're gonna go with, fool."
Mm-hmm.
And this dude fucking, when that fool comes to the door, his legs are shaking. He's all scared. He's just like, "What happened?" I'm just like, "Oh man, what's this fool gonna do?" And he tells him, "I fell off my bunk."
God damn.
Man.
The homie's just like, "Really?"
He tried to get that one off. That's
Yeah.
like right up there with
Yeah,
my dog ate my homework.
Yeah, and he tells me, and I'm not gonna say nothing, fool. Like, hey, he tells me, "Hey, what's up? What happened, fool?" I'm like, "I don't know, fool." He says he fell, fool.
God damn.
He's like, "That's what you guys are gonna stick with?" I'm like,
Right,
"Yes,
right.
you know?" Leaves, comes back, and he's like, "Hey, both you fools got something coming." Like, both you. And my whole time being there, I must have seen like 6 people get beat up bad. Like,
Bad.
getting knocked out, dragged into the shower so they could wake them up type shit.
Damn.
Like, there's no cameras, and the cops just, when they you know, then people were there, and it's theirs, you know, like when they say like their prison's theirs, like it's not the COs or nothing, it's their prison, you know, like they say what goes.
Damn.
And they just tell the cops like, "Hey, we're gonna handle business, move out the way." Like, cops will just go because there's little sections. They'll go for the bathroom or whatever, and you're getting beat up, and you're getting hurt.
Did that end up happening to you?
Nah, I chunked them, and they kept going on me because they said I was laughing at them.
Damn.
Because they
Wow.
were fucking me up, and when they were beating me up, I was laughing. Like, "Oh, what am I gonna do? Scream? I'm gonna cry? Well, I'm gonna laugh. Like,
Yeah.
you gonna fuck me up, but I'm gonna laugh." So I get what I got coming, and I get pushed into the corner. And I'm getting fucking punched on, and the homie from MS is like, "Hey, like this fool's laughing, fool. This fool's laughing," and they're fucking me up. They went to town on me. They got a scar on my eye. They busted my whole face open, and then they boob up that fool too, but they fucked that old man up. And shit, I just go get in the shower. It is what it is. You know what I mean? I took what I got coming. You know what I mean? I didn't, like, if I would have told them what happened in the cell, I think they would have just fucked him up. But that's my thing, like that's my celly, you know? So it's like, what's up, fool? How do you want to go about it? Because I'm not going to just throw your ass under the bus.
Right.
But whatever, we got what we had coming, and that was that. And after that, it was just cool. I'm fucking chilling. Like, towards the end, it's just, I moved out, got another celly, and it was just all bad. Like,
That didn't change your mind though, a little bit. Like, fuck.
Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out when the fuck is this guy gonna learn that, yo, you can't be in prison no more. Like, yo, you gotta change your ways.
I wasn't
like,
giving.
when
I
is
wasn't
this
giving
gonna
a fuck.
happen?
Yeah, I wasn't giving 2 fucks because I wasn't gonna come home soon yet. You know, I was.
Okay, I
You
can
get what I'm
see. Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Like, I don't gotta worry about it till maybe a year and a half till I get to the house. I'll try to straighten my shit out, you know. And I get with a celly that's a fucking J-cat, talks to himself, gets high, starts fucking talking to himself back and forth. Fucking. The only thing he was good for was tattooing. He did my whole body.
Oh, that's wild.
Got you.
That's actually pretty good. Like,
he
that's
did all my
good art. Like, for real.
Ribs, chest, my whole back. That's one thing that he was talented at
So
that.
you wrote it out for the
Yeah,
tattoos,
I mean,
huh?
for this tattoo, I gave him I spent like $100 on dope for him to do this one. Got us both high, and it'll work
That's
on me. I
crazy.
get him high, and it'll work on me. And yeah, fucking, it's just that shit keep getting worse. He's like getting higher and higher, and just wigging out more and more. Like, it was bad. And one day the counselor, I think I'm like maybe like 3 years to the house now, and the counselor just comes to the door, man, and he's like, "Hey, a law just passed that you could go with 32 months. You could go with 32 months to MCRP." I was like, "Is
Gotcha.
that right?" He's like, "Yeah, you wanna go?" I was like,
What the hell? That's crazy,
Just
bro.
like that.
I was like, hell yeah, I want to go. I had been praying to my saint, like, man, let something good come, like like bless me with a good opportunity or something, you know?
Yeah.
And MCRP is basically you going to a halfway house, so not necessarily being out, but you're out in public
To society, yeah.
into society. but
Really
you're
just
still
finishing up your
locked
time being
Yeah.
here. At least you get to go to work. You get to see your family periodically.
Right.
You get to.
Like you get to reunificate with your kids mainly, you know, like they have events and all that shit right there. Like it's tight, you know. You see everybody like getting back, you know, with their kids, and you get with your family. You know what I mean, so yeah, I signed up for that, and it takes me like 3 months to leave prison.
Did you believe it?
The hell, no, I didn't
Right?
believe it.
Because
Hell no, I didn't
you're like,
believe it.
nah,
And
they ain't gonna call
and
me
then
back.
I would have thought like, oh, you're gonna, you know, you're going. They had me waiting for like 1 month, 2 months. Then I like the third month, like I'm already like, man, like I had got clean and I started getting high again. I'm like, man, fuck this shit. This shit isn't gonna happen. And they finally come get me, do my
Wow.
quarantine. I get clean, and then I come to the MCRP.
That's dope. I mean, that's great. But the fact that it was so random, like
That
that's
was a blessing for you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it was because I got my shit straight. I finally got my shit straight. Like,
What was it? The fact that you're like, you got blessed? Did you take that into consideration that they hit you up out of nowhere? That didn't happen to a lot of people on the tier. You were the one that get hit with that. I'm sure other people, but you know.
I think when I got to the program, and we had a scare right there, whatever happened, and then I finally like I came to, like, I was like, fuck, okay, I need to fix myself,
Correct. Yeah.
like, cause I'm not gonna help nobody if I can't get my shit straight.
That part.
And I told my girl, I tell everybody like you gotta understand, like, she's like, why are you always so busy? That I look like I gotta work on myself.
Mm-hmm.
Like, like I got, you know, I got demons, I got issues, I got habits. Like I gotta work on myself. So, I mean, I got the help with my drug problem. I got treatment, everything, and I just started like, I wasn't in prison no more. It was maybe the surroundings or whatever it might have been, because in prison that's all there was, that's all there is. This is what it is. You come here and it's like you get your cell phone, you get your clothes. You know what I'm saying? You're talking to your family every day. You're seeing your family in person, and you're like really chilling, you know? And you're not around the politics. You're not in prison no more.
I was gonna say that you're a free man, not free
Right.
100%, but free in a sense.
Nobody's
in the
telling
word.
you what to do, when to do it, how to do it, why you gotta do it. You don't gotta worry about them coming like, hey, you gotta go move on this fool. You gotta, you know what, you're gonna have to go kill this guy. Hey, you gotta go do this. Like, you don't gotta worry about that no more. That's it, you know, like, it's like, fuck, I'd sit there and be like, fuck, like, I don't gotta do this shit no more. Like,
Good. Yeah.
yeah, I was like, fuck. Like,
You can do you, literally do you,
yeah.
whatever that
and,
means.
And everywhere I look, it's not, oh, you know, somebody, like, you go walk by a cell in prison, this fool's just fucking needles to their arms, fucking fools getting high, like, just, you know, it's prison, you know?
Yeah.
And right here, I could walk around, watch movies if I want all day. I could go out and see the sun, go out and see daylight whenever I want to. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
It took a little bit to set in to where it'd be like, oh shit, like I really gotta just, yeah, you know, I'm gonna come home.
Did you have the full 8 already in when you transitioned out?
7.5, I think.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah, because I've been there for like 8 months now, and going on in February it'll be a year. So yeah, I started doing the like we do classes in there all the time. Like at first I used to fucking hate it. Like, man, why the fuck we gotta do these classes? And then I started like actually listening and doing the classes and taking what I'm learning from it. And a couple of the teachers were good, you know, a couple of the counselors were actually good. The other ones would just put you to sleep. But I mean, I think that's what it was. Like, I would think that at first it was just bullshit, and then like my family started to see the change in me, and then I started realizing, like, you know, it's like a switch went on, and okay, you know, it's time to get it together.
So your family really motivated you.
Yeah,
as well.
Because then I started seeing, when my family, my friends, my homeboys, they all started seeing like, damn, this fool's doing good now. He's getting it together.
Yep.
Hey, fool, you need anything? What do you need, fool? Like clothes? What do you need, fool? Like, we got you, fool. Like, because when I was in prison, they cut me out. They're like, fool, you're fucking up. Like,
That's wild.
what are you doing, fool? Like, I'm just like, fuck, fool. Like, you know, I'm locked up. And now, like, everyone's reaching out. Like, everyone looks out for me. Like, I'm getting it together. My family's fucking happy as hell. You know what I'm saying? Like,
So did you have a chance to come up with a plan or something? What's the plan right now?
my plan was, that's why I came to PV Jobs, was getting into the union.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's what was, what do you say, like, Eso es lo que nos, hey, para esto es este programa. This is what this
Yep.
program is for. It's for this. And I'm like, all right, well, I took the program serious. I'm coming every day on a damn bike,
Yep.
in the rain. Like,
So that shows your
I've
dedication.
come
shows
through
your-
storms on my bike to this place,
Yeah.
and that's just what I'm hopeful that I get into a union and try to do that. Cause I mean, this is what I want to do. I want to be a carpenter and I want to be able to take care of me, mine, and of course, like take care of my parents. They getting old,
Yeah,
that's
man.
true.
And my brother and my sister ain't doing a damn thing. Like my brother's on his
Mm-hmm.
own tip, and my sister's she's worthless,
Mhm.
So it's like I'm like the last hope. So, I mean, if it wasn't for going to that program and all the shit I went through and all the classes and all the help, the treatment for my fucking habits and all that, like I would have still been on the same shit. I wouldn't have got out and gone straight to gangbanging or kicking it with the homies. Like hell no. Like I just fucked off damn near 12 years of my life right now.
Pretty,
Yeah,
there's no other way to put it, really.
Yeah. I just that's time that I'm never gonna get back from
Mhm.
for me, my kids. Like my son doesn't even know me. So it's
Have you started coming up with like plans and ideas of things to get those type of relationships back in motion?
they barely called me from the court trying to see November 28th if I could if they let my baby mom get my son, then that brings my rights back and I
Okay.
could file for reunification. So I mean, I really don't want my son to be back with her but I mean, hopefully she got it together. I mean, I don't know, but regardless, I just gotta
whatever issues.
file
Yeah.
and it's gonna be hard because she basically raises them to hate me. So
Yeah.
I mean, it's gonna be tough. Like it's not gonna be easy.
Yeah. And I'm glad you said that. You're not like, you don't have a defeatist mentality. It's not going to be easy.
No.
But there's a possibility and there's a way. If you put in the work, you put in the effort, there's a possibility that it'll happen. I went through it myself.
Yeah.
Unbeknownst to me, it was a lot easier. It's time consuming. It's tedious, sure.
Yeah.
But, shit'll happen for you if you're there, if you show up.
Yeah,
if
well,
you,
that's
if
what
you,
helps me is that I'm not
Yeah.
in prison. So I'm at a halfway house. Yeah, I'm still technically like I'm in like this gray area of
crazy,
Right.
being
crazy
in
gray
prison
area.
and not
Yeah.
being in prison. But
Mhm.
like, that's all I want is to be back with my family and be in my kids' lives. Like, you know what I mean? That's it.
Yep.
I respect
whole-
that so much, bro. For
Yeah.
like, I respect the idea
Yeah.
that you still want to be in their lives too. Because half the time, it's all about like you don't like. A lot of people push themselves away. Some think like if I'm next to them, like I wouldn't be too helpful just because of the experience you went through. But you
Yeah.
actually want to be there, and you're actually making this effort to go to court and do all that. And I respect that so much through everything you went through,
Yeah.
for real.
Yeah, so that's why like I want to get this career. I want to get a job because, I mean, that child support. I'm trying to file for it on myself. Like
That's wild.
I want to go to the court and tell them like I'll pay child support because I want my reunification.
You want to
with my
be
kid.
part of the baby's life.
Yeah. Because the whole time my baby mama's been the one in the way. Like, nah, I don't want you in his life. Like whoop whoop. Like, come on. Like, you got somebody who wants to be in the kid's life. Like, usually how it is nowadays, these fools don't even want to mess with their own kids.
Yeah.
Like, you fools got a beautiful kid, or like, you know what I mean? Like, that's like something that no matter how much bad shit you did in your life, like that's something good that came out of you.
Mhm.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's crazy. Like,
It's a kid. That's
yeah,
that's
you know?
you
Like,
birthed
it's
someone.
something
Yeah.
beautiful, yeah. So I don't get these fools out there just
Yeah.
not giving a damn.
So, given what you've been through, going through that in your head all over again as you're giving us your testimony, and again, we appreciate that, for taking the time.
For real.
Because you can obviously say no. So we're glad
Mhm.
that you're putting some stuff out there. So we're hoping that the takeaway is, a little dude's watching it and is like, fuck that. Why don't I
Prison's
want
not the
to,
business, yeah.
Right. So what are some parting words that you would give? Whether it doesn't even have to be a youngster. It could be a fucking adult that's trying to figure it out.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
just gang banging ain't it, prison ain't it. I mean, it's family. Because at the end of the day, that's what's gonna be with you no matter what, your family.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So just take care of your loved ones.
There you go. So y'all heard it. So again, we had a good one for y'all. We're going to keep them coming. You guys keep supporting. We're going to keep trying to get on these guests for you guys. And then hopefully there's some big takeaways. So that way it doesn't mean that it's all for nothing. We want you guys to walk away with something. And that's the best we could do.
Oh yeah.
So with that being said, Reentry Network Podcast, we out. Let's get it.